Hello and welcome back to another video where today we will be talking about the Resident Evil Reverse open beta. Now before we begin, I would just like to say that if I sound a bit funny during this video, it's because I currently have a cold and there's nothing really I can do about it, so just bear with me for this video. So the Resident Evil Reverse open beta went live on the 8th of April, which is actually the day I'm recording this, and I thought I'd share my thoughts, what I think of it so far. So to cut a long story short, I do enjoy Resident Evil Reverse, but I'm also a bit concerned about how it will perform in the long run. Because if you remember last year, we had Resident Evil Resistance bundled in with Resident Evil 3, and after about a month, the people playing Resistance dropped significantly, and I could see a similar thing happening with Reverse. As I felt like with Resistance, when people get Resident Evil 3, they play Resistance for like the first weekend, and then after I played it, they're like, cool, and then never touch it again. I know that's what I did. So for those of you who don't know, Resident Evil Reverse is the newest online game that Capcom is making that is in the Resident Evil universe. The game is an online PvP deathmatch, at least that's what we see in the beta. We're still not sure what other modes will be available in the main game. Hopefully with the full release we can see some new game modes like maybe a team deathmatch or a capture the flag, or maybe some of the modes that are seen in like Overwatch, for example. So when you start the beta, you are prompted to do the tutorial, which is a pretty quick tutorial to be honest. It literally shows you how to shoot, which if you've played Resident Evil 2 Remake or 3 Remake, you know. It pretty much shows you how the new kind of like bioweapon death system works, where essentially if you are killed by another player, you will turn into a bioweapon. And there are also scattered around the map purple vials that if you collect them, you can kind of influence what bioweapon you turn into. After you finish this tutorial, you can go in and actually play the beta for yourself. And sadly there's only one map, which is the RPD, and it's a pretty big map, but I would have liked to see maybe another map in the beta as well, just because playing on the same map can be a bit tedious, because you know where everything is and where everything spawns. So maybe if there was like, say, the RPD, because in the tutorial you are actually exploring the Uptown Raccoon City that you see when Jill first meets Brad in RE3 Remake. I'd have liked to have seen that as a stage in the beta as well. But before you can even start playing the beta, you need to select your character, and each character has different special abilities and weapons. There are 5 characters that you can play as in the open beta, that being Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Ada Wong, and Hunk. My personal favourite to play as was Jill or Leon. Leon had a shotgun, so that was pretty handy, and Jill had kind of like an assault rifle. I know Hunk has, I think, an assault rifle if I remember correctly, but his weapons are like fairly weak. I didn't play much as Ada because I didn't really like her crossbow weapon, but every character has a set of stats when you go into their character page, like it is speed and stuff like that, so you can pick the best one, but they kind of all roughly play the same, except sometimes they're a bit faster or the weapons do more damage. But when you're in the arena, you aren't just stuck with the 2 weapons that are assigned to your character. You can also find what are called special weapons around the map, and that could be a grenade launcher, maybe a shotgun, maybe a rocket launcher, and they can really turn the tide in battle. And some of them are even one-shot KOs as well. Like I said earlier in the video about the bioweapon character system, once you die you will change into one of them, and also you can pick up purple virus capsules. If you don't pick up any and you die, you become a Fat Molded from Resident Evil 7. If you pick 1, you become either Hunter Gamma or Jack Baker, and if you pick up 2, you either become Nemesis or Mr. X in his Super Tyrant variant at the end of Leon's campaign. Each bioweapon plays quite differently from each other, Like Jack Baker plays very different to, say, the Hunter Gamma, for example. Jack Baker has his scissor blades that he uses in his boss fight, whereas Hunter Gamma can eat people the way it ate Jill in Resident Evil 3 Remake. One of my main gripes with the beta is actually the matchmaking connections, and as I'm recording this, the Capcom Dev 1 Twitter account posted that they will be temporarily suspending the servers, which means you can't play it for now, which is a bit annoying because the servers have only been up for like not even 12 hours and they've already been suspended, so that's annoying. And I thank God I got to play as all the characters before this, but at some points I was waiting up to 10 minutes just waiting to find opponents because not many people are actually playing this beta. So those are all the initial thoughts that I have for now. I may do a follow-up video once the game is actually released, but before that I will be focusing more on Village, as that's kind of what I want to focus on first, as that's pretty much the whole reason we're buying Resident Evil Village. We're not buying it for Reverse. It was just announced this morning that the second Resident Evil showcase is scheduled for the 15th of April, so I will be covering that probably the day after it comes out, and I will also be doing a walkthrough of the demo that comes out. And by the looks of things, the new demo is actually been uploaded to the servers on the PlayStation Store, which means we should be getting it on the 15th itself. Obviously, as I'm in England, it's like 11 o'clock at night, so I won't be playing it until the morning, but I should get the video up probably the following Friday on the 23rd. But maybe I'll switch it around. Maybe I'll do the demo on the 16th and the actual breaking down of the showcase on the 23rd. Either way, I will be doing videos on both things. But that's all I have for this video. If you've liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. The links to all my social media are in the description below, and I will see you in another video.